Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Tyler.
And JJ.
And all of our coverage this week is sponsored by Long Beach Gives. Visit longbeachgives.org to find your cause and donate.
Naples Rib Company bringing you this video as always. And our coverage of Cabrillo Athletics is sponsored by the Cohen family.
We're at Compton College. Opening night here for Moore League football. The Cabrillo Jaguars in town to take on the Babes. Homecoming for Cali B and the Babes. Compton coming off 2 straight losses and not 100% healthy to start league play, but they're in Hub City, their power source.
Such a tough week for Shane Gonzalez and the Jags. They have not lost on the field. I repeat, they have not lost on the field.
Eric Barrios for Compton banged up. We wouldn't see much of him in this game outside of this handshake. Compton going to that vaunted ground game, but Devin Edwards has other plans. The rip and dip. He just took it and he gone. 65 yards. What a play, JJ.
I'll make my own money and spend it how I like. Yeah, this is how upsets get a brewing. It's 6-0 Jags.
Great way to start and get that confidence going on the road. The Babes go back to the ground game. Hayden Ginn with some hard running. He had 74 yards on the ground. The only thing slowing down this offense, ball security. Fumble in the red zone. Cabrillo with another takeaway.
That's how Compton shot themselves in the foot against Paramount. Is this the same case?
Well, the defense locked in and got the ball right back to the offense so that they could go back to work. And we'd like to introduce you to John Bledsoe. He's going to go around the outside here for 22 yards, but you will see plenty more from Cinco in this video.
That's something about a Compton name. John Bledsoe is perfect.
I love it. Lilo Mayava keeps it himself from 5 yards out. The A-train coming on the tracks to tie things up at 6. The Compton band is now activated, and that's trouble for the visitors.
Absolutely. Good play design here on the throwback pass. Luis Haro hits Isaiah Miranda, but the turf monster, it got him a 28-yard gain, but it could have been so much more than 28 yards. Ugh, yeah. It was right there.
A lot of green in front of him. Definitely good play to get that gain, but what could have been. Bobo Jackson busts off a nice one right here up the gut. He had 54 yards on 10 carries. Such a physical runner. Now Cabrillo facing 4th and 1 at the 19. A pitch to Antonio Elam. Halfback pass. He's got a man. Oh, it's just short. Again, so close for Cabrillo. And then on the very next play, Bledsoe can't get him down, and John is gone. 81 yards to the house with a high five along the way with Aava. And yeah, Compton's definitely rolling now.
That was like an Arsenal goal. Right about to score, and then the other team comes back and scores.
Kind of a backbreaker, right? And the Compton defense now pinning its ears back. Dwayne Douglas getting in for the sack of Haro before he gets smacked on the side of the head. Then the ball still a little slippery for Compton, but Jeremiah Hall with the dribble drive, and he would pick up 19 yards on this play into the red zone.
Again, 23 in that Carolina blue, he should be dribbling. Then Lilo Mayava with the elite fake on the defense. He's in there for another touchdown. It's 22-6 Compton going into halftime, an active halftime.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it is homecoming, and of course, you've got to shout out the Compton band.
Always.
You have got to work on your hip mobility if you're going to be a drum major at C-High. I love to see it. Also, shout out to the homecoming court, the king and queen. Rumor has it they would crack a smile in the third quarter.
First play of the second half, the A-train still running right on time. Arm tackles aren't going to be enough to get a deuce. 51-yard touchdown for Ghost. 29-6 Compton. Just like that.
Yeah, that, and coming out of halftime, I mean, talk about a statement play for Lilo Mayava, but Cabrillo with a nice answer. Haro hits Marco Garcia for 20 yards as they came right back down the other way. Elam with a really nice run for 19 yards down to the Compton 6. They could have packed it in here, but they stuck with it, and they had their best drive of the game after that big play to start the second half.
It's not Bobo knowing about it, it's Haro as the Haro comes along and scores, cutting the score to 29-12. Gotta shout out Haro and some of these other Jags who've just improved so much in the last year.
Yeah, absolutely, and Compton showing off the air attack as Bledsoe can throw it too. It looks like Drew goes over the top for Ginn, 53 yards for the score. Compton was doing a little bit of everything in that second half.
Again and again and again for 127 yards on 12 touches.
Lilo Mayava still showing how much of a dude he is. He ran for 111 yards on just 8 carries. Also had the 3 touchdowns. Hi, Mom.
Bledsoe running in his second TD, third overall, to go with a 197-yard total yard night. 5 is going to be a problem for other Moore League defenses.
Speaking of problems, Kingston Moa and Jeremiah Hall hounding Haro for the sack, but The Jags stuck with it. Haro did not back down in the closing minutes. He's going to go over the top to Devin Edwards for the score. That's a 37-yard touchdown, the second touchdown of the night for Edwards, but too little too late. This was Compton's game. They won 50-20 to start Moore League with a win.
This is real recognizing real. Two coaches we love, and their schools should love them too. Compton hosting Wilson, Cabrillo hosting Lakewood next week.
I want to thank all of our sponsors, including Ocean Law Center, for their support of local sports coverage. And if you want to keep up with Moore League football, you are definitely in the right place, the562.org.